The Lost Prince is the legend, a 500-year-old legend from Samavia. Samavia is a small European country that 500 years earlier, the prince went missing. And ever since then, the country's been ruled by various families, various other countries, but the patriots have been waiting for the return of this lost prince and the descendants of this lost prince for 500 years now. This story centers around Marco. It's his perspective. He's 12 years old. His father has taken him. They've traveled all over Europe, and they've talked to various people. Marco's learned various languages, cultures. Wherever he is, he's comfortable, and he's learned to be comfortable under any circumstances that he finds himself. But he has a very regal manner because that's how his father behaves, and so he's learned to be that way as well. When he gets to London, he goes and he's just kind of walking around the streets, and he finds these boys in an alley, and he joins this group. The boys' leader is a boy, he calls himself Rat, and he's turned this group of street boys into a mock military unit. He goes through drills, he goes through battle strategy, and he turns this whole game, puts the whole story behind everything. Well, Samavia is coming back into the news. The royal family is fighting with another family that used to rule, and there's just a lot of unrest on who's actually in charge of Samavia. So the boys start playing a game centering around this, and Marco shares this game with his father, and his father comes and he sees the squad, and he watches them do drills, and he sees the strategy and the maps and everything that Rat comes up with, and he's very impressed. Like, this boy is doing very well considering he doesn't have anything. So he kind of guides them through this game and tells them, and as they plot out a route that they would take if they were going to go and let everybody know that it's time for the prince's return, and it's time for the uprising to reinstate this lost prince. Where would they go? Who would they talk to? What would they do? So he ends up guiding them. He gives them pictures of people, of contacts, of where they would find these people, what they would say, which is the lamp is lighted, or lamp is lit, and they then a few weeks later, he actually sends them out. He tells them, okay, travel. You boys know how to survive. You guys know what to do. Go travel, find the contacts, give them the code phrase, and once you're done, once you've reached everybody, get back to London as quickly as possible. And the boys do. They start out by heading towards Paris, and then they go to various countries and end up in Samavia and telling some people in Samavia that it's time, and then they scoot back to London as quickly as they can. When they get there, Marco's father's gone. He left his manservant person there to take care of the boys once they return and to keep them there, and they're there for a couple weeks, and then they get word that Samavia's lost prince has returned and been crowned overnight. So the boys are very excited. They're just waiting till Marco's father comes back and says, okay, it's time, let's go back to Samavia, since this is what we've been working towards. So some of Marco's father's friends come pick him up, and they take him to Samavia, and they take them up, and they're given uniforms. Marco's father's manservant comes in wearing a uniform. He gives the boys uniforms, and they said, okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna meet the king. And so the boys are just ecstatic. They've been just living off of this fairy tale forever. And they get there, and the king comes out, and of course, it is Marco's father.